Exagryph vial which I granted you. The mortal's blood contained therein. I drew it myself. Too seldom am I able to become directly involved in such matters.
Cousin, I grow angry merely thinking of your situation. May what power I can offer be of service as you struggle towards your fate.
Hope you don't mind. I told Callisto all about you recently. Don't worry, I was quite discreet about it. The two of us were on the hunt. Not like I just shouted out your story from the mountaintops.
Prince Ed, it seems you brought my little Shady back to visit me. How very kind. And I can tell he's in good care of late.
He is, sir, and I'm grateful once again to have adopted him. You sure you don't want him back, though? Always seems like you could use a friend.
All due respect, Highness, but I've the best friend anyone can ask for to my right just there. And as for little Shady, he was more inclined than I to see the farthest reaches of the underworld. Safe travels to you both.
To our most famous boulder. Well then.
Boulder?
I'll guess Electo. Guess I was wrong. You really did say murder, sir, didn't you? That's progress. Zagreus. I'm Zagreus. I'm not a murderer. Can you say Zagreus?
Ah, you've received the blessing from Athena there already, little Hades. So careful all the time, that one, but here, I'll help you live a little, just in case.
Another message for you, cuz. This one says, "Hey mate, if you ever do make it up here on this mountaintop for whatever reason, we should hang out, alright? I can show you around. Your friend, Hermes."
Well, short one, I'm curious to see if you can best me once again.
Good shot there, Zagreus. I guess you got me. Now why don't you go take a shot at this?
Did what I had to do.
Got to say, you handled yourself pretty well back there. I can't stay mad after a show like that.
Asterius and I shall smite you back into the lowest depths of hell.
Message for you, boss, from my professional associate who wanted you to know, and I quote,
The fearsome Cerberus accepts the satyr sack.
Bye for now, boy. Nice night, no?
The heavens and the seas belong to my brothers. But know that you are still in my domain.
As he explores the wonders of the world, Prince Zagreus discovers a quaint farm in which he carelessly trespasses, stepping on a farming tool which swoops up and strikes him in the forehead, fatally.
They won't catch me sleeping on the job again.
Bye, Hypnos. I found another weapon waiting for me in the courtyard, Achilles. Exagryph. I never entirely believed it was real.
Between us, lad, I wish it wasn't. Was such a thing available to my enemies during my fighting days, I surely would have come here even sooner. But I trust you have the training to use it well. May it serve you as it served the fire goddess Hestia. She hasn't needed it in a while.
I'll use it to the best of my ability, sir.
Oh, come on, Servy. Hurry up and eat. This stuff can't be that bad. I mean, can it?
How's my favorite boy doing, huh? So, what happened when Mother first arrived, if I may ask? Some of your residents seem to remember the Queen from before, yet the Olympians just never found out.
They had no jurisdiction here. No knowledge of our goings-on. Well, Hermes did perhaps, but in a very limited capacity. As far as anybody knew beyond this realm, our queen was Nyx. Ask nothing more of this.
All right, all right. Say, Orpheus, Eurydice told me your songs, some of them came from her. She seems quite brilliant. You choose your muse well.
I owe my everything to my Eurydice. She authored many of my songs indeed, and she inspired many, many more. Whilst living, we collaborated frequently, you see.
But weren't you the famous one? I don't understand why she doesn't share your renown.
It is but one of life's injustices, I fear. I always sang her praises every chance I had, and she asserted herself splendidly. Yet even still, our listeners believed our songs, they came from me. What else could I have done?
I don't exactly know the ways of mortals, mate, but I'm pleased to hear you always giving credit where it's due.
I know no other way, my friend.
Nyx, sometimes I get the impression the Olympians look down on those of us born of the underworld. Is that my imagination, or what do you make of it?
The gods of Mount Olympus tend to think themselves above us, child. Or so your father often likes to say. He alone was relegated to this realm, and grew resentful of his relatives on high.
I can't imagine him otherwise. Should check the garden.
Well done, Zagreus. Somebody raised you very well indeed, my son. Nyx, I suppose. I'll never be half the mother she is. She's done it for eons, while I'm only getting started.
For what it's worth, I happen to think you're off to an excellent start. Nyx did teach me a lot. Achilles too, and father in a way. But there is no replacing your presence. I felt that before we ever met, and now I know for sure.
Thank you, Zagreus. Let's hope you're right. I nurtured very many plants, at least. Of that I can assure you. Perhaps my gardening experience provided a bit of a head start on this whole mothering thing.
Perhaps I'm part plant. This garden isn't quite the sight yours was back on the surface, is it, Mother?
On the contrary, Zagreus. It has its own unique charm, as each garden does. I was impressed it wasn't left entirely to rot after my absence.
It was totally off limits to me, though I guess Father must have taken care to maintain it as best he could.
He did, all right. Minus the part where you weren't allowed. Though, let's look after it from here, shall we?
Sounds good. Oh.
Zagreus?
Forget another something in my bedchambers there, Meg.
No, we need to talk again. My sisters are involved now in all this. You've really stirred up quite a mess.
I know. I'm sorry, but this is something that I have to do. You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't know. What I'm trying to say is, with my sisters involved, it changes things. It takes some of the pressure off of me.
Some of the pressure? Wait, what are you going to do?
I'm saying I know you're doing what you have to do here, Zagreus. And my sisters and I will always try to stop you. But I'm only doing it because I have to. Understand?
Meg. She...
Let me have it already, boyo. No holding back.
Hope you enjoyed that vintage bottle of ambrosia last time, Skelly, because I got you another. Here.
Aw, no way, boy. Are you kidding me right now? Why are you even... Look, I just stand around and let you beat me up. You don't have to do this. You don't even know who I am. Who I was.
You're my friend, mate. It's all that matters. Although, I don't suppose you're willing to divulge those types of details, just out of curiosity.
Nope.
Drat.